have sitting on the Security Council of the United Nations a country like Russia, which is fighting a colonial war against a European country and people. Everyone in the United Nations, including the countries of the so-called Global South, to rediscover the ideal of anti-colonial solidarity.
Territorial integrity should not apply with one set of rules in a particular area of the world and not apply with the same set of rules.
I also find it incredibly dispiriting and demoralizing that we have sitting on the Security Council of the United Nations a country like Russia, which is fighting a colonial war against a European country and people. It comes from a mindset of a man, Putin, which is completely imperialist. He doesn't believe that Ukraine as a country has a right to exist, doesn't think that the Ukrainian people should enjoy freedom and democracy. He believes that Ukraine and its people should be folded back into a post-Soviet empire, a greater Russia.
Peter,
and I wish my great idea is for everyone in the United Nations, including the countries of the so-called Global South, to rediscover the ideal of anti-colonial solidarity and show very, very firmly indeed their position against an imperial war in Ukraine, and so that they stand absolutely foursquare behind people who are fighting for their freedom and their democracy.
I want to respond, but I won't. I mean, okay, let's move to the next one.
You want to make the case
for
colonialism?
I don't want to make a case. I just want to say it's kind of ironic where it comes from, that particular intervention. It would have possibly suited Minister Gobin to be saying that, and not necessarily a lot from UK, but so be it. But let me turn to Minister Gobin. Minister Gobin, your big idea for the next year.
Just a parenthesis. Territorial integrity should apply equally to the Chagos archipelago. Territorial integrity should not apply with one set of rules in a particular area of the world and not apply with the same set of rules in the area of the world. So coming back to your question now, Samir.
One big idea.
One big idea is reform, and I say this because there is no trade without peace. If the Security Council was created to maintain peace in the world, and they can no longer maintain peace, whether it's between Russia, Ukraine, or in the Red Sea, or in the Middle East, or elsewhere, I think they should take a hard look at themselves. And if you can't do it, if you can't do your homework, seek help. Reform yourself. And the same applies to the African Union. We also have a Peace and Security Council. We are three of us, Shirley, myself, and a brother from Tanzania. We should take a hard look at ourselves as well in the Peace and Security Council of the African Union. If we can't maintain peace, there will be no trade. That is a fundamental sine qua non. So this reform is in the interest of global trade. Civilizations are based on movement of people and goods. So this is one. And second thing I think is we should recognize the increasing importance and role of non-state actors. The international economic order or the multilateral system is based on states as actors. But non-state actors, and I'm particularly referring to transnational corporations and big tech companies, are the mighty players on the international scene, and we should reckon with them. And so we should adapt the rules. There should be accountability mechanism with them. There should be supranational institutions. If, for example, the individual human rights of a citizen is being trampled upon and the state does not react, you have supranational bodies which come into play. Do we now have these supranational institutions and fora when it comes to non-state actors? We still don't.